Um, okay, we are streaming live on Facebook. Let me see if I can get back into Facebook and see how we are streaming.
Is Lerato joining us?
She should. Hopefully she'll get to Facebook and see how we are streaming. If she, but we'll kick off now because we normally make it about 15 minutes.
Okay.
And it's best to kick off, and she'll join as she comes along. So let's begin. Let's begin, my man. Tshembo, welcome. Welcome to what we call Plan of Action in Value Add. This is where we dedicate time to a value edian, 15 minutes. And you've been do you know you've been a value edian since January?
Yes, I've been.
I mean, can you believe that?
Yeah, it's been some time.
Gee, I mean, we're going to the end of November now, so it's a year.
Yes.
And introduce yourself and tell us about you. You know, give us a sense of who you are, where you are, and what you're doing.
Okay, so as you've already mentioned, and maybe to our listeners out there, my name is Tshembo. I'm currently a marketing professional, but an entry-level marketing professional. I've been with Value Add for quite some time now, where I'm taking a marketing short course. It's a very, very nice short course, interactive short course. You know, it helped me a lot. So, but also maybe just to give you my qualification background, I did my undergraduate degree in business management starting from 2016 to 2018. And then from 2019, I went back to school to study my honors, also in business management. And currently now, you know, mixing it with work, I'm currently a master's of business management. I will be completing my master's qualification next year, hopefully. Oh, Lerato joined us.
Yes, she has. She has.
Hi, Lerato.
Hello, Lerato. Hello, Lerato. Yeah, so I mean, that's for me. And you're attending the marketing course, but I do know that you've taken a bit of advantage sometimes with the new value add, and you attend, you know, a couple of the other courses as well. And tell me, what's your experience been like on the marketing course, because you are an avid attender of that, and we've got an amazing host in Catherine Makumsha, who is a marketing guru. What's been your experience?
So, you know, it has been a very amazing, you know, journey for me, to be honest, because when it came to the course, the marketing course, it was through Catherine, of course. She introduced me to that, and you know, and I also love that I was the first person to be part of the course. You know,
you were.
Yes. So, but one thing mostly that I like about the marketing short course, you know, learning from industry experts. You know, like Catherine, she's been in the industry for quite some time now. So, and also another thing, you know, value add marketing course, it's a more of an interactive, you know, short course. And with me being someone who likes to keep to himself, you know, coming to the course, it actually boosts my confidence, more especially as an entry-level marketer. So now when I'm there always every day, like I'm more confident now to share my opinions, my views about maybe my working environment in terms of marketing in a pharmaceutical company. So, and also another thing, you know, I like the fact that we do have people from other industries. So it's not mainly pharmaceutical, but, you know, sort of for me to get the insight of how they do marketing in different industries. It actually helped me a lot to learn more of what's happening out there in other industries. So, you know, I also really love that. And another thing to mention, you know, every day we learn different things, new things, you know, marketing wise, and also a little bit of general. But, you know, with the changes now that we are having in South Africa, maybe COVID, we've been talking about COVID for quite some time now. So, you know, marketing in COVID environment, it's a bit relevant, and it's more of something that we like day-to-day basis, like marketing in an environment like the pandemic. So I really like that. So I would say the content itself of the marketing course, it's really, really relevant, and it's something that we see every day in our day-to-day lives as marketers, and me specifically as an entry-level marketer. So I honestly really love that the content is relevant, and it's not really more of a formal education where you're supposed to sit and listen to a lecturer. No, not disrespect to the profession of lecturing, but I'm just saying.
I like that.
Yeah, so, but I honestly love interacting with someone who is there in the corporate world, experiencing different, ways of marketing and something like that. So I honestly really love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're in marketing, my co-host.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's being part of the marketing course as well with Tshembo. It's really nice when yes, young people that are in the entry level and getting into this, where we just interact with each other, give each other the tips into how this entry level is going to work, how this marketing industry that has been now not traditional anymore, being in the digital side, how we can maneuver around it because we are the young people now. We have to be like upskilling with it in how the digital world works in marketing side. So being amongst the young people in marketing, it's really, really nice interacting, giving each other the tips, the tricks, and also just upskilling in the knowledge because we only got the theoretical background at universities, colleges, more than just giving us that platform of what marketing is. Literally, it's wonderful being in that course.
So I think, I mean, what you said, and that's true. The interaction is very true. And I think what Tshembo said about, it giving him the confidence is also an exciting thing for me to hear. And, I think when I think about, Tshembo, it's a very small thing that I'm learning late in life, and I'm excited about you guys learning it earlier, is that it's not about quantity, it's about consistency. So, and what I mean by that is, the sessions, we were holding them, twice a month, and you attended every session, right?
Yeah.
And being consistent in the attendance means that in a year now, you've gained, when you look at the modules that she went through, right, you've gained so much.
Yes.
And how that's now transforming your life. I mean, people can say you can go to marketing school every day, and you can go every day for a year and gain nothing, right? Or very little for that matter. And to your point, the engagement has been fantastic. So how would you then put it out there to value edians, or future value edians who are coming, about value ed as a whole and marketing as a course, and some of the other ones you've been on?
Okay, so the way I'm seeing it, more especially looking at myself as an entry-level somebody, like when Lerato the other day we chat on WhatsApp, she told me, please share a quote that really resonates with me, and that's when
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Tell us. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So that quote really resonates with me because it's more like it tells me not to be worried at the point where I'm at right now, but keep on learning, keep on upskilling, just lay that brick. You don't have to
Every
get
brick.
everything right now. So me being part of value add now is, it's another form of me laying another brick professionally, yes, and also generally, because sometimes we do have general talks, like maybe a little bit of, even though it was not really a political talk, but a little bit of politics, so that we get another insight in terms of what's happening out there. So one thing I would really like to advise, fellow graduates, entry-level employees, and also well-established employees like you, Vic. Just look at you. You've been around. You've been a marketing professional for quite some time now, and yet most of the time when we are in the session, you do like say, "Oh, I didn't know that," or "I'm learning that now," and so it's not actually what I'm trying to say. When it comes to the professional arena, we have to keep on laying the brick. It doesn't matter where you are, in terms of level. So you just have to keep on laying that brick, learn new things, marketing trends, they change almost, every year, every time, whatever time frame we might be looking at. So we need to keep on upskilling, keep on understanding the marketing trends. And sometimes the only way to get that, to understand what's happening in the market, is to be in sessions like this, like marketing courses, where we focus more on what's happening currently, more relevant content. So, and also specifically focusing on graduates who maybe are still in varsity. And the other day I was so impressed. I don't remember the name of the value edian who was part of the session, but it was one guy who is still in high school. So it's something that I wish maybe I should have done, but it's fine. I'm catching up. No need to get everything right one time. So I'm gonna lay that brick until I get to a certain level. But what I'm trying to say,
have we got that quote? Where's that quote? Welcome, Nanhlanhla. Speaking of teachers, we've got a teacher here. See if you can find the quote, Lerato.
Can I read it for you guys?
Yes, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
the quote goes, it's from James Clear. Rome wasn't built in a day, but they were laying bricks every hour. You don't have to build everything you want today. Just lay a brick. That makes a difference. Yeah, just lay a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's very powerful. It's what I was saying about consistency over quantity. It's not about laying 1,000 bricks. It's just about laying one, and it's about laying it consistently. And there's no more classical example of a person than Nanhlanhla, who I've known for many moons, who's laying a brick every year. And when you lay a brick every year, the power of which, when you lay a brick consistently, the power of what happens over a year is phenomenal. And the acceleration, because what we don't realize is that consistency creates acceleration. It's not quantity that creates acceleration, it's consistency. So even, I've come to the conclusion that simple things like exercising. So I started off exercising 30 minutes 4 times a week, right? And I used to have in my head, it needs to be an hour, but it doesn't. It can be 30 minutes. It's grown to an hour, but in my head, I'm still saying 30 minutes. So it's about quantity, quality of consistency as opposed to quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Last question, Lerato, have you got anything for our value edian?
The question of the hour. So what's your plan of action now? Having all the knowledge of marketing, what's your action plan?
There we go. That's the question of the hour.
That's actually a very interesting question. So, so right now, like I mentioned earlier, that me being in the course, we're not usually focusing on pharmaceutical, because that's where I'm currently based right now. So right now, instead of me focusing more of building the pharmaceutical angle, me learning other things from other people in other industries, and now it actually sparked an interest of which has been part of me for quite some time now. My next step from now is to start my own business. So actually, yes.
Come on board. Come on board.
Yeah, so I actually started one. Yeah, so everything is joining together. It's coming up, but it will be more of a branding type of a business. Like printing promotional materials, mugs, T-shirts, hoodies, and all of that. So instead of me, like I'm saying, it's only marketing experience that I'm having. But now I'm moving a little bit away from that while I'm still strengthening that also. But having my own business now, my small business, I don't want to call it a side hustle because it might limit me to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So having that,
Nice point. Nice
yeah.
point.
So yeah. So I'm building that. I actually have one thing I worked on here next to me. I don't know if I can show you
You can
guys.
share,
Show us, show us, show us.
please.
So I've already packed the shed. So I just have to unpack and.
But I like the point you've just made now that calling it a side hustle might limit me. And
Yeah,
it's
so
important. I've never liked the terminology side hustle, but that's a story for another day. Oh, wow, look at that.
yeah, so
Nice.
I've worked on this. So this is just the front view and also the back view.
What does
So,
it say at the back?
It's a biblical verse.
Yeah.
Let me just read to you. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. So it's just one of my new customer who actually requested this. So they actually shared the picture with me, and I printed as the customer, is in need of. So yeah, so I'm busy with that currently. It will be my business. So it will help me.
Value Add
apply.
needs a shop.
Yeah. Another incubation business. Because one thing is, as you have heard of this new value add, right, that's been showcasing, something about it is that value add is now having incubation businesses. The young people in marketing, the young people in any other course, we are all coming together, not being a single-handed thing, but we have different pillars which can help each other in building that business you want to have. So with the incubation business, there's a lot of help you can get from value add. You don't have to stress yourself going to other places to pay. Rather come back home, the basic place where you got all the ideas from.
I'm already home. I just have to open that
Yeah.
other door.
Yeah. Just come into the lounge. We're in the lounge. No, fantastic. No, well done. And thank you, co-host. Fantastic. Absolutely true. Welcome, Lerato. We're wrapping up a little bit now. And Nonhlanhla, who have been your audience live here, and those who are on Facebook, and we're gonna actually post this now, and we're gonna boost it for the next few days. So to those who are going to watch this, do watch. And Lerato and I, this is plan of action for value add. This is the translation of everything that you're learning into plan of action, and you heard it from one of the value edians. And what I'd like to add is that the marketing course specifically, you don't even, if you love marketing and you haven't been out, you haven't had a course, or you haven't studied it, this is a way to come and learn it. If you can't go out and study it formally, come and learn it in this format. And trust me, after a year, you'll be pretty well versed in terms of what marketing is all about. Tied to marketing, there's Media 101. Put the two together for them for a year, and guess what?
Also, there's social media and personal branding. So they all tie all together. They give you everything.
Absolutely. So fantastic. So thank you for that. And thank you for those who came to join and attend. We've run over the 15 minutes, but it was worth it. And good luck with the business. And that's an exact example of plan of action. That's implementing what you're learning and putting it into something that's going to benefit you. And we will help you create a operating business model and a commercial model to make that a viable long-term business for yourself. So until then, have a wonderful Saturday and Sunday. Yes, I was about to say Sunday. Have a wonderful Saturday and Sunday.
Weekend, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. And take care. And, have a good one. Ciao. And good to see you, Lerato and Nonhlanhla. Thanks for coming on board. Have a good weekend. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.